giving him a tough fight. What do you see?
I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter.
I think that's what you're gonna get from Roach. That's what you're gonna get at Roach every time. I think it's up to Tank to see, what type of how far he could go up.
I think Tank wins in the rematch.
Why?
I think he'll make the right adjustments and he won't take too long to fight.
Boxing pros are weighing in with bold predictions ahead of the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach rematch. Shakur Stevenson has sounded the alarm, calling the bout potentially dangerous. He praised Roach as a hell of a fighter and stressed that Gervonta will need to be at his absolute best. With Roach showing sharper defense, better timing, and undeniable heart, he's shaping up to be a real threat.
What do you think, considering you were one of the handful of people to pick Lamont Roach, giving him a tough fight? What do you see?
I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
If this rematch happens, fans should brace for fireworks. Ryan Garcia weighed in on the upcoming rematch, noting that Lamont Roach proved his capabilities in their first encounter. Garcia believes the pressure is now on Gervonta Tank Davis to show how far he's willing to push himself. According to Garcia, Tank will need to dig deep and deliver his absolute best if he wants to come out on top again.
Match play out if they do fight again. Sometimes not a loss, but something like this, a blemish, might get you back.
It can. It's all up to Tank. It's all about how he feels internally. I think, for him, it's a lot to do up here too. Like all of us. But I think that's what you're gonna get from Roach. That's what you're gonna get at Roach every time. I think it's up to Tank to see, what type of how far he could go up.
Shakur Stevenson offered his candid take on the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach rematch, warning it could be a tough night for Davis. Having sparred with Roach in the past, Shakur is familiar with his rhythm and unorthodox movement. He believes Roach brings a unique style that Davis hasn't faced before, marked by unpredictable angles and slick counterpunching. According to Stevenson, these elements could throw off Davis's usual game plan and pose serious challenges in the ring.
What does the rematch look like between Lamont and Gervonta, you think?
I like Lamont in the rematch.
You were one of the few that kind of picked Lamont to begin with. Why was that?
I sparred with Lamont. I knew that he was a good fighter. He helped me get ready for the Oscar Valdez fight. And I knew his style, with Tank's style, what he was going to be able to bring to the table. I knew it. So.
Did you really win 20 rounds?
I swear to God, on my daughter's life, I won that much money.
How different does a rematch look in your opinion, Shakur? What adjustments do you think we see from both?
Huh?
What adjustments do we see from both in a rematch?
I think I can't tell you game plans. I could be fighting these guys, so I'm gonna keep my secrets to myself. But truthfully, they both good fighters.
Do you think it's a lot different rematch, or do you think it'll be close again?
It's gonna be a hell of a fight.
How did you see Tank in that fight? A lot of people are saying maybe he's just mentally not there. What did you see?
Nah, he was the same Tank. I don't believe that. I don't got no thought in my brain that makes me think that he wasn't the person he been all of these other fights. I think he was the same person. All this stuff that he going through stuff. I mean, everybody go through stuff. So he's the same fighter. He's going to be the same fighter throughout his career. So.
Former champion Mikey Garcia shared a measured yet insightful perspective on the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach rematch. Garcia described Davis as a smart, adaptive fighter who tends to learn from his mistakes. He expects Tank to enter the rematch with greater discipline, having studied Roach's style and addressed the flaws from their first meeting. While Garcia believes Davis's high ring IQ will be a key advantage, he also issued a strong warning. If Tank isn't mentally locked in, it could cost him. In Garcia's words, if he's not fully focused, he shouldn't step into the ring at all.
I think Tank wins in the rematch.
Why?
I think he'll make the right adjustments and he won't take too long to fight. He kind of gave a lot of the round away sometimes. I think he'll be more active and he'll win. But big props to Roach for his last fight and performance. Fuck, surprised everybody.
Right.
I think he was robbed from the victory. Again, that knockdown should have been a knockdown.
Right.
But whatever, he gets a rematch. and maybe they get a third fight, you know, after that. Who knows? Maybe
it turns the markets back out.
Maybe it turns out to be another great fucking matchup, and they say, you know what, let's run it back.
Right.
And maybe that controversy from the first fight actually helps Roach fucking get 3 fights out of it instead of just the one, or you know, you never know. So hey, things happen for a reason, and I think he did really well in his first one. Hopefully he puts on a great fight, even if he were to lose, but in a great fight, shit, he'll get a third fight.
Right.
You know?
Mikey, what do you make of him saying he wants to go to therapy to fix his like mental health, but not yet because he doesn't want to get fixed yet because he needs that edge?
I'm not a psychiatrist, bro. I don't know. Everybody's a little different. What I got to say is, like, if you're dealing with any mental health, it seems to be a very common thing. I mean, if you don't feel that you're 100% dedicated or 100% capable of blocking out, you know, personal life issues or whatever to get in the ring, then don't get in the ring. Don't get in the ring. Now, if you're,
it seems like a lot of fighters
if you're
going through stuff and they get in the
if you're going through stuff and you feel like maybe it's helping, like he says, maybe it's helping him fucking do it. Well, fuck, let him do it. I don't know.
Lamont Roach's coach weighed in on the first fight, saying Gervonta Davis's performance may have surprised the public, but not their team. According to him, they had studied Davis extensively and anticipated much of what he brought to the ring. From the outset, Roach's camp felt confident, not just because of their preparation and training, but because they had a clear strategy and full belief in Roach's ability to execute under pressure.
Boxing Dr. News fight fans, big news in the boxing world. Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Lamont Roach Jr. are gearing up for a rematch that's got everyone talking. Remember their controversial draw back in March? Well, they're running it back. That 9th round knee drop by Davis that wasn't called, it's still causing buzz. Now, these lightweight titans are set to settle the score on August 16th in Vegas. But here's the kicker. Shakur Stevenson, the WBC champ, is warning Davis it's a dangerous move. He says Tank better bring his A game or things could go south. With both fighters hungry to prove themselves, this rematch is shaping up to be an absolute fireworks show. Who you got, Tank or Roach? Drop your predictions below.
Kenny Ellis, a key member of Gervonta Davis's coaching team, dismissed the buzz around Roach's intense training regimen. Ellis argued that while physical preparation is important, it only goes so far in a real fight. What truly matters, he said, is a fighter's heart and their ability to endure punishment under pressure. While he acknowledged Roach's dedication, Ellis made it clear, surviving a bout with someone like Davis takes far more than just hard work in the gym.
You see a different Lamont Roach coming into this fight?
No, I don't. I tell people all the time, no offense, this is not a Lamont Roach, but a fighter can do everything in the gym, man. They can do their push-ups, their pull-ups, they can run 10 miles a day, they can eat their diet, they can change their diet, they can do everything right, but it have to be in your DNA to take pain. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Are you willing and able to take the pain that come with this shit? That's for any fighter, you know?
Right.
And that's the difference in a lot of the fights. You gotta be willing to take the pain that come with it.
Now,
in the actual fight, not the training, in the actual fight.
In the actual fight, what's the difference between, you know, the pain inside the gym gearing up to the fight versus the lights and you know, being on Showtime?
No, the workout pain, muscle sore, fatigue, that's different, but
it prepares you for those lights.
That pain in the actual fight, man, when shit get rattled, your eggs get scrambled, your eyes get blurry, fucking mouth and nose get f***ed up.
Lamont Roach's performance in the first fight took many fans and critics by surprise. He remained composed, stuck to a smart game plan, and kept pace with Gervonta Davis round after round. Though the bout ended in a draw, Roach's ability to match Tank on every level proved he belongs among boxing's elite. Looking ahead to the rematch, Roach has a real opportunity to sharpen his footwork and tighten his precision, aiming to leave no room for doubt this time.